Hello YouTube, it is Friday, June 5th, and unfortunately I do not have the footage of the first inspection. It was lost. During that inspection, we noticed that 3 of the queens were missing that were lost either because of my inexperience or the stress of transport. So we ordered 3 more queens and we're about to install them. Also, we got a warning for a possibility of a small hive beetle infestation. So we're going to take some preventative steps so we don't get any of those. So to install our queens, we're going to have to make sure none of the old queen cells are left, so she doesn't get attacked and killed by any new virgins. We're also going to replenish the food supplies of all the hives. Alright, so we're going to find all the queen cells and destroy them. To give the best possible chance of survival to the queen we just bought. Now there's a big capped queen cell here. We're going to remove that. And keep on looking. Look at all the queen cells and remove them. They'll repair any damage done to the comb. Oh, here's another one. There is no queen cell on the last frame, and that's good. Now, we gotta install our new queen. What I'm gonna do is find a frame where there's a good mix of food and brood left, because when a bee is born, she will instantly accept a queen, regardless of whether she's new or not. So I think this frame was the most promising. So let's find a good spot to place our queen. At the bottom of the frame, there's still some brood and food left, so that's where we're going to place our queen. Set the frame on its side. Calm the bees down a bit. Now what we're going to do is place our queen and her attendants on their push cage so that the bees inside cannot attack the queen. It'll give her a better chance of being accepted, spreading her pheromones and taking over the hive, basically. Alright. push the cage into the cone, they'll repair the damage, and she'll be protected from those bees that do not accept her right away. She has some food, she has some brood. We put her back in and leave her alone. We'll come back in a few days and see how they'll react once she's freed. If they basically ignore her, she's taken over the hive and everybody's happy. Now, I mentioned earlier that we were issued a warning about the possibility of having small hive beetles. One of the safeguards I can put in place are those weird little devices in front on the entrance reducer. I will now install a version for the upper entrance. It makes it very hard, if not impossible, for small hive beetles to get inside the hive. There we go, fresh food, and now we repeat the process for all the hives. Now, since we messed up pretty badly, we're gonna make sure there are live queen cells in this one. Well, things really didn't go according to plans. I lost 2 of the queens. I was just not prepared. They just flew away. I did manage to install one, and if I'm really lucky, at least one of them will find its way into one of the hives. Hopefully you can learn from the mistakes I've made today. We are on our Monday, June 8th, and a quick update. We're going to check on the queen we actually managed to properly release, and how the other 2 hives, the silver and red ones, to see how they did with the young brood we gave to them. She's still running around in her cage. We're going to try and release her. And she's happily running on the frame. At least we got one right. We're going to close the hive up. And let her do her job as a queen. Alright, the marbled hive queen is alive and well. So we're going to do a quick checkup of the red hive and the silver hive. So we'll get an idea of how they're doing with the new brood I gave them. Looks like they're doing well, again, despite the fact that they're missing a queen, because they've started drawing their comb. Alright, let's look at the nest. Oh my God, we have a miracle. One of the queen has returned to a hive. Where is she? There she is. Right here. So it wasn't a complete loss. We're going to close the hive right away and let them do what bees do. So we were lucky in a streak of bad luck. The silver hive has a queen now, which means we only need to get a new queen for the red hive. The red hive is finally getting her queen replacement. And this time we'll follow the new user-friendly method, actually opening the cage at those tiny doors and resting the cage on top of the frames. Leave it there, they'll chew their way out of this white stuff, which is candy. Here we go. Oh, they ate almost all their syrup. Simply gently place her on top of the bars and the workers will take care of freeing her up. And that's it. So now that the queen is safe in her new home, I hope you'll learn from my mistake and don't repeat them. Thank you very much. See you next time.